When you're buying a coastal property in North Carolina, you've probably heard about flood zones and flood insurance. But there's another critical designation you need to know about that many buyers overlook: Inlet Hazard Areas. Not every listing discloses this information up front. Hi, I'm Kimberly Crouch with eXp Realty, and I've been living and working on the North Carolina coast for over 15 years. You may have seen the recent news coverage of homes collapsing into the ocean on the southern Outer Banks. Those images are dramatic, but the real takeaway is this: knowledge is power. Understanding coastal erosion designations helps you make the right decision for your situation. So what exactly are inlet hazard areas? These are zones established by the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality specifically to address oceanfront erosion risk. This is completely separate from FEMA flood zones. You may be inside of a flood zone and still be outside of an inlet hazard area. The state determines these areas based on historical erosion rates at our inlets and along the oceanfront. If a property falls within this zone, there are specific restrictions on what you can build, how you can rebuild after storm damage, and what types of erosion control measures are permitted. Here's why this matters for you as a buyer. Properties near inlets are particularly vulnerable to erosion. Inlets are dynamic, they shift, they migrate, and the shoreline around them changes over time. What looks stable today may look very different in 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 years. If you're considering a property close to an inlet or in an area with documented erosion patterns, you need to understand what that designation means for your long-term enjoyment of the property and for its future value. Now, you might be wondering why some listings disclose this and others don't. Unlike flood zones, which are typically included in standard property disclosures, inland hazard area information isn't always front and center. Sometimes sellers don't even realize their property falls within one of these zones. That's where working with an experienced coastal agent becomes essential. We know what questions to ask, where to look for this information, and how to interpret the state's erosion data from the DEQ. If you're looking at oceanfront or near inlet properties, make sure your agent is checking the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality's coastal management maps. Ask specifically about erosion rates in the area. And if a property does fall within an inlet hazard area, work with your agent to understand exactly what restrictions apply and how they might affect your plans for the property. Coastal real estate offers an incredible lifestyle, and it comes with unique considerations that require local expertise. Having the right information empowers you to make confident decisions. If you are navigating these decisions, I'm here to help guide you through them. I'm Kimberly Crouch with eXp Realty, offering you authentic coastal luxury at every price point.
If you're moving to North Carolina or just want to stay informed, subscribe now and turn on the notifications.